Hi,
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, the boss is there. Good evening, Prince Ita, Ruben, Emma.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, how was our day now?
How about yours?
Very well, thank you.
It was okay. Yeah, sure. So I was hoping to see if I could probably received our assignment, but I guess I didn't get an assignment response. Okay, so let's just hope that, okay, by tomorrow we'll be able to termine our assignment.
Yes, boss. Thank you very much for the grace.
Okay, no problem. So the class is recorded and we are good to start. We can't wait for others. So we'll just start immediately. Okay, can you see my screen? The PowerPoint screen.
Yes, very well.
All right. Okay, that's great. So today we've been able to do justice to market analysis. No, we've been able to do justice to definitions of jargons and intro. So today I was thinking the following module was trading software, but it's all good. We're having market analysis. It's a great one. So we'll be looking at market analysis today. But before then, there is something I'm supposed to explain, which is the calculations proper. I'm supposed to finalize with the calculations so you understand. Please hold. Don't know why I can't. Please calm. Great. Okay. All right. So we'll do market analysis. That's we start something with fundamental analysis. All right. So let's look at it. Um, we'll be dwelling more from trading view today. Okay. Good evening once again, and welcome to today's class. We thank God for the progress thus far. So I want to ask, is there anything you did not understand from the last class you want me to review before I go ahead with the calculations again? If there is any question, anything you discovered while studying, while looking at your baby pips, you would want to share, anything that is, not in agreement with what we spoke about, please you can raise it. Let's learn together. All right. So if there is any, you can unmute then speak. Let's know where we are. All right. Let me check the comment. All right, Mr. Ruben. Any question? Princita, any question? Emma, any question?
I just have challenges with the calculation, but since you review it again, I'm good.
All right, no problem. That's fantastic. So, Ruben, how about you?
No questions. Questions. I'm good.
All right, great. Emma, any question yet?
I'm good to go, sir. I'm good to go, sir. Thank you.
All right, okay. Okay, thank you very much for your responses. So, we'll go ahead. We'll start from the calculation of pips today. So, let's start afresh. All right. So, like I said in the last class, that I should take note of this. Let me keep this sideways. I asked that we take note of this, that every 10 pips makes $1. I remember asking that we take note of this, obviously. So this is it. Do we have our MT4 and MT5, our MT4 downloaded? Do we have MT4 downloaded on our system, on our devices, on our phones? Have we downloaded or installed all the
On
applications?
my system, I'm having challenges installing it, but on my phone, yes.
Okay, yeah, just on your phone is where we need it. Perfect. Okay. How about other softwares I mentioned? Have you been able to download them, to install them? Then do you also have an account with TradingView now? Do we all have an account with TradingView?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
Me too.
That's fantastic. That means we're on the same page. So let's look at the calculations once again. I'll use a different approach so we understand better and faster now. All right. So last time I was trying to see how, okay, let's create that foundation towards understanding what this pips is all about and the default value in dollar for every pip you find. So let's just go ahead to how we can get the calculations right. So this is gold USD. However, these calculations I'm going to show you, it's strictly applicable to currencies. For gold for stocks or indices, all right, we have, this is an index, right? For stocks or indices, it's actually very different approach, all right? So, but let me just use this as instance to show you what I'm talking about. So this is it. Assuming this is a currency pair, all right, and you are having, if you come up here, you find stop loss. I told us that this lighter or this darker parts shows us our stop loss. Okay, if you are taking, this is a trading view, if you are supposed to initiate a trade on your MT4, this will be your stop loss, this will be your take profit. Okay, so if this is your stop loss, this is your take profit, then this is your entry position. This demarcation, this line you see here, is your entry location, position. Yeah, your entry position. So this trade actually means that, okay, Mr. A initiated a trade on gold USD as at this point. This is the value. If you check, if you place your cursor here, there is a number on the right hand side. This peak value is 2,496. If you can find it, this is it. Just follow my cursor correctly. That means Mr. A entered this trade at 2,496.045. Now, on the SL, Mr. A also structured his stop loss to be at, decided that the stop loss will be at 2,508.913 for his stop loss. Okay, is that okay? Then the TP, which is his take profit, Mr. A also programmed his MT4 to be at 2,441.961. Now, these calculations you are seeing here that TradingView has done for you, this stuff trading view has done for you is like taking the difference from your entry position to this point. So these numbers did not just manipulate or did not just come from nowhere. These numbers are existing here because if you check the difference from if you check the difference, this is the numbers. You can find it here. So if you check the difference between 2,441 2,441.589 and 2000 and 2,496.232. The difference between these two should be able to give you this number here called target. I don't know if you see it. The difference between this guy and this guy should give you this figure called target. All right. So let's be sure that we are in the same on the same page. So if you subtract this guy from this guy, this is the value called target in pip. That means I'm earning for this trade to execute from this point to this point. The trader is expected to make a total profit of this pip value. You see it? Now this is for gold. If you come here likewise, if you come up here, the difference between this point and the stop loss is what is given here. Can you see it? This is stop. The stop peak value is 12.821. I don't know if I'm making sense. So what I was trying to explain was that how are we converting this peak value,
Sure.
these pip differences to money? How are we make, because when you are using your MT4, although everything calculated here is in pips, but for you to get your equivalent, nothing, you have no business with the pips. What you are concerned about is how can I get dollar from this trade? How can I make dollar equivalent? How can I get dollar equivalent from this trade? Why I'm taking time to explain this is that more than 70% of traders do not have an understanding of these calculations. And because of that, they do not have a proper risk management. They don't know how to actually ascertain their risks before executing a trade. Majority of them. For instance, if I'm to take this trade plus or minus with all the spread and probably anticipated charges, if it's a swap, I can budget or estimate $10 for a particular trade, and I'll clearly calculate it that even if I'm to lose, I won't lose more than $10 at worst case scenario because I've gotten the calculations right. All right, so let me leave gold. Let's go to GBP AUD so I can also explain that part again. So we get all right. So I'll be using a buy entry now. That was for sell trade. So I'll be doing for buy now. Let's look for a position. Okay, so I'll be practical now. I want us to open our MT4 at this point. Just click on your MT4. I don't know if we are on it right now. Let me be practical. So if you have clicked on your MT4, you are going to find a default broker for you. So you choose the first broker you are given, just open an account with them. Just your name, phone number will be required. Just click on it, then login. That's with MT4. Okay. So if that's done, can I get um can I see screenshots on our group chat? If someone has successfully um created an account, can I find screenshots on our group chat? I'm pushing for. All right, because I wouldn't want to share my screen from device because I'm using an MT5, but I'll download for the sake of this course. But it's the same thing. All right, so okay, Emma is in. Ruben, how about you? Ruben, how about you? So Emma is in. Emma has an account. Ruben, Princita. All right, no problem. Okay. So I want us to be very practical with whatsoever we're doing. What's the time now? This to 8. Okay. We have some moving market. All right. So I want us to create an account. So we'll do this before we start every class. We'll always do this before we commence a class, so that if we touch it two, three, four times, the I think memory will be fresh in our head. So Emma, if you've done that, kindly click. Okay, Emmy did that. Emma is yet to. Okay, yeah. So if you've done that, okay, Ruben has done it. Excellent, great. Um, please, your turn. Let's be sure everyone is carried along. Let's be sure everyone is carried along. Because I want us to take a quick trade now. But before then, I'll do a calculation with us. So we see what we're talking about. I want us to understand the whole calculation phobia. So so this trade is all right. I want us to scalp this market as quick as possible. So are we good? All right, Emma is active. What is Emma sharing? Screenshots from his system. No, not here. This trading view here. I mean your MT4 on your phone. MT4 on your device. Just create an account. This is trading view. You are with me. I see that. Great. This trading view. Beautiful, beautiful. So what you need to do now is to show a screenshot of your account. A screenshot of your account MT4. So Emma and Ruben. All right, that's great. Done. Great. So everyone, this is what we need to do now. Where you have this is it. Where you have trade or go to quote, click on quote. When you click on quote, impute, look for this pair GBP AUD. That's Great British Pound against Australian dollar. All right. So just do that. If you cannot find it on your quotes, if you look above, you will find a plus sign. Let me share a screenshot with us so we see. You will find a plus sign. Let me just share and use this for illustration so we get to see. All right. All right. So I'll be taking this guy. All right. Can you see my screen? All right. Can you see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Like the
Yes, yes, we can.
MT4 environment. All right. So this is it on the quote. For you to execute this
Yes,
GBP
yes.
AUD, if you do not have GBP AUD on your quote, click on this plus sign, type GBP AUD. All right. Now it's going
Mine
to,
is not appearing.
it's not appearing. It's not appearing because it's on your quote already.
Okay.
If you've clicked it once, it will reflect. Once you touch it, it's gonna exit. You won't see it again. So you go back to your quote, look for GBP AUD, you find it. This plus sign is what we're using.
I can't still find.
Ruben, can anybody find GBP? Okay.
Mine is not appearing. I'm searching for it, but it's not appearing.
Okay, nobody can find it. Great. So come to okay, let's walk you through. All right, so come to on your just beside the quotes, you are going to find hamburger, that three lines beside it, this guy. Let me drag this guy again. Let me be sure what broker you opened with. So this is it, these three guys. Click on this guy. Click on the three guys on your left. All right, once you click on it, all I want to see is the broker you're using. I want to see the broker you're using. All right, so if that's done, can you share screenshots? Let's see. Or let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, someone should share his or her screen. Let me stop
It's
sharing.
not appearing on the phone app.
Okay, to share screen is not appearing. Let me let someone share his or her screen. So yeah. So anyone can share his or her phone screen. Let's see. All right. Let me just. So who's sharing? Ruben, can you share your screen? Or Emma, anybody, please share your screen. Let's go. So this is it. If you log into your MT4, click on open a demo account. I don't know what we chose. If it was log into an existing account, just click on open a demo account. Now, when you go on open a demo account, make sure you are choosing Meta Quote Demo as your broker. That's why. Make sure you are on Meta Quote Demo. Once you do that, you find leverage, you find other requirements. You input your name, probably email, just for formality. But be sure you are on Meta Quote Demo account. All right, it should have it then. If it has all of this, it should have GBP AUD. Did you click on the plus sign, Emma? That's all the currencies here. So click on the plus, impute GBP AUD. Okay, so let me, because this is gonna be a long class. So So are we in on it? What did we choose? Because I just did mine now and I can find GBP AUD. It's either it's already on your quotes or it's not. Okay, if it's not on your quotes, it's either it's already on your quotes or it's not. Uh, because we have other currencies. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is it. Let me share my screen. From a mass angle, I can find GBP USD. All right. Do we have GBP USD on our quotes? If we do, yeah, let's use that so that when we create, okay, I'm sharing my screen. So that when we create a professional account with a broker, we will now have all of the offerings. So let's go to GBP USD. So if you have GBP USD, just click on it. Let's start. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I just want to illustrate something to us real quick. So, do we have GBP USD on? I just want to illustrate this stuff real quick to us. So, let's go 1:1 and 1:2. Okay, so let me clear this guy. All right, can you see my screen? Or I'm not sharing. Okay, all done. Great, 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 great. So we have GBP USD now available. So this was what I was explaining. Let us take a quick trade. Now we have what we call lot size. We have what we call lot size. We have what we call SL. We have what we call TP. All right. Then we equally have market orders. So I want us to take our first trade entry. So these are the four things you take note of when you're picking a trade. So what I want us to do is click on GBP USD. When you tap on it, you are going to find new order, open chart, symbol properties, or simple view mode. So click on the new order. So I want us to execute this trade. Then we'll come back to the calculation so we realize how much we're expecting and how much expecting to make and how much we're expected to lose. So if you have done that, all right, let's proceed. Now you can find what they call instant execution. Instant execution is giving you that order to either buy or sell. If you tap on instant execution, you find all the four orders I explained last time: the buy and sell um, order and the buy and sell limit order. So we have the limit orders and the instant orders. All right. So now I want us to buy because this market, like, let's buy so that we can quickly see our loss or profits immediately. So let's just take a buy entry. But before you take a buy entry, if you look on your right hand side, there is a place for you to impute value. You can find on the right hand side just below the 1390, that spread value you are seeing there. The numbers you have here, let me share a screenshot so I explain clearly to us. All right, so let me share it and project on my screen and we get to see. So like this, we've already started intro to MT4. Funny. But we'll still get back to it. All right. So this is this guy. So let me share it. So we find. All right. So this is my screen. You have instant execution. Instant execution, if you click on it, you can select, is it a buy order, sell order, buy limit or stop limit you want to set. So I'll explain buy and stop limit when we get to MT4. Now these numbers underneath it are for the lot sizes. You can choose your lot size. This lot size is 1.00. What is this? This is a standard lot size. Alright, these are standard lot size. Now if you come below this guy, these things you are having here are the spread this broker is going to charge you. If you are buying if you are buying this market on the right hand, this is the amount. If you are selling this market, this is the amount they will charge you. Come below again, you find this right hand side impute value. You are to impute the value for your TP. Take profit is on the right, stop loss is for the left. So let's impute the value for the take profit. So for take profit on the right, I want us to enter this value, this number 1.31011. Impute it. 1.31011. Our market is already moving, yeah. So 1.31011. All right. Is that imputed? Let the lot size still be 1.00. I want to explain something so we can see figures. All right. So if that's done, please unmute. Someone should unmute, speak. Let me know we are together. Someone should please unmute, speak so that I know we are together. All right. If that's done, for the SL on the left hand side for the SL, impute this number on red, 1.30849 for SL. So if that's done, let's proceed. If we've all done that, please someone should speak. Let's be sure. Someone's mic should be on. Someone should leave his mic on. I want to be sure we are together. Ruben, Princita, anybody, just turn on your mic and say something. If you are following me, just so we can have an interaction real quick. Just any person. Hello, Ruben. Ruben, please, can you turn on your mic? Or Emanuelita. Emmanuel Akon, please turn on your mic. Someone said he cannot hear anything. Oh, I was muted. Sorry. I was muted. Please, someone should turn on his or her mic. You see, I wasn't even following. One person on your mic, let's be sure. So, what I was explaining here is that for that trade, we have this guy. Oops, I was muted. Sorry. So, we have instant execution. If you click on instant execution, you are going to find buy, sell, buy, stop, buy, stop. That's there's limit orders. Then underneath this guy is what we have our lot sizes. We are having the one that is centralized in the middle is the lot size you are going to use for that particular trade. This GBP USD. So this is 1.0 and this is a standard lot size. I want us to use this. Now going below, we have spread. On the right hand side is the spread for a buy bias. On the left hand side is the spread for a sell bias. If you come beneath it, this numbering here on the right hand side is called TP, take profit. On the left hand side is called stop loss. So the figures you are going to impute here are for take profit and stop loss. You can buy, you can sell. All right. So this is what I want us to do now for that market. I want us to use for our TP on the right hand side and impute this number 1.31019 for your take profits. For your stop loss, impute this number 1.30857 for your stop loss. So I want us to be very practical now. Please, if someone is hearing me, unmute yourself, speak. Let's follow. If you have done that, just unmute, speak. Let's follow each other. So this number is for your TP, take profit. What does this mean? I'm trying to say if this market buys to this point, it should kick me out with my profit. That's why I'm imputing this number on the right. Now, if this market should sell till this point, it should kick me out. That's why I'm imputing this number on the left. So if you have done that, please let me know.
Um, Gibson, sorry to like take you back. Your mic was muted, and we could not even hear a single thing. Like from my end, I could not hear anything. Right from when we were still trying to set up the trade, like the chart for the GP and AUD. Yeah, like that's when the last thing I heard you say from that
Okay.
time. I've not heard you say
All right,
anything.
please, if it happens like that, always draw my attention. Okay. So I wanted us to switch. Let us use GBP
Okay,
USD instead. Let's all use GBP USD. So the market is already moving. So,
okay.
yeah. Let's stick to GBP USD. So everybody click GBP USD. Then let's follow the illustration once again. So this is what I was saying. All this I'm doing is not that I'm walking you through MT4, not yet. But what I'm doing is just so we can get clarity on the calculation, practical or real time. Okay, so I'll not be cooking up stories. So this is it. I explain again. If you click on GBP USD on your MT4, you'll find instant execution. Remember in our class, we explained that we have four orders, four executions. We have the buy and sell order, and we have the buy and sell limits. That's the stop orders for them. If you find it, you find all four of them there. Now, underneath this guy, this instant execution is just like saying buy now. It's just for you to buy now. You can either buy now or sell now. All right. So it's still the order for it. Then underneath this guy, we have the lot size. This is the lot size, always centralized on right. So before you execute any trade, you need to ensure that you have properly scrutinized this lot size to be sure that, okay, this is what I want to use. For this trade, we want to use this 1.0, which is the standard lot size. Coming down, we have 1.3090, then a pipette. This is on the right, is called the spread value for it. For the buy, if you want to buy this trade, this is the spread value, the amount that you might be charged to execute this trade. On the left hand side, this is the spread value for a sell. If you want to sell, your broker is charging you this amount as at now for this trade. You get. So this is 1.30 blah 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 in dollars. However, so this is this underneath this spread is what we have, the values you need to impute. This right hand side is for take profit, left hand side is for stop loss. When you have finished setting everything up, you can click buy if you wanted to buy, you click sell if you wanted to sell. So now what I want us to do practically is for us to impute this value. This is our TP, which means that I'm telling the trade, if this market gets to this point, it should kick me out in profit. So you impute this number 1.31019 on the right, then on the left, impute this number 1.30857 on the left. So let's go, because I want to use that to calculate. If that's done, please let me know.
Please, where can I find it? It's 1.30 is what?
Okay, this number on the right hand, this colored green is for the right hand side, 1.31019.
Okay.
Then this one below on red signifies the stop loss. That's how I structured my trading view. Okay, so we've seen lot size, we've seen SL, TP, market orders. So let's be sure that our lot size is 1.0 on that DC. Remember, the lot size is the one below, is the one directly below our instant. Okay, so once it's done, let's see. Okay, No, leave the limit, leave the limit. Stay on instant execution. Leave limit. We'll get to limit when we do MD4. This one is just instant application. We want to just see. So Ruben, leave limit. Stay on instant execution. Do not use the stop or limit orders. Just stick to the instant execution. All right. So if that's done, let me know because this is going to be really interesting right now. Automatically, we are executing our first trade, whereas we are supposed to do this on Saturday when we are doing trading softwares. But it's all fine. We'll still touch it again. So if you've done it, please let me know. Can you respond? Instant execution. That's where you should be on. Click on
Done.
instant execution. Is it done?
Done, sir.
All right, Ruben.
Yes, yes, I've done mine too. I've done mine too.
Okay, so Ruben, how about you? Because I'm about moving this guy up a bit to where we are current position, so that we can get the calculation almost exact. Ruben, have you done yours?
No, I haven't done mine yet. This one.
Okay, no problem. We'll wait for you. Please input the value 1.310019 for the right, 1.30857 for the left. Then ensure that your lot size is 1.0. So let's see. So let me do it here so we all see. So SL 1.30857. So the same thing for TP 1.31019. So Ruben, have you done it? So we want it to be on instant execution. Then we'll click on buy to buy. All right. So if we've done it, please, Ruben, let us know. Has it been done? Hello, Ruben.
Please hold on 1 second, please.
All right, no problem. So, Emmy and Princita, we can click on, let's click on buy. Click on buy. Just click on buy. If you've structured everything, the trade should start moving. All right. While we await Ruben, have you done it? Have you hit buy?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so
Did
something
you
is counting,
did you
right?
say did you say can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you say the stop loss should be 1.30857?
5.7, yes, that's on the left hand side. Yes, stop loss.
Okay,
Then TP
okay,
1.31019. All right, once you do that,
okay.
click on buy.
Alright.
All right, so now as it is now, we should be in loss for those that entered earlier. So,
Yes, yes, we are on the loss.
all right,
17,
fantastic.
16 pip, 16
Great,
pip
great.
loss.
All right, great, great, great. So now let's go to the calculation now properly. What led us to that place? So this is how we calculate it. Let me delete these guys. All right, so this is it. What we've actually done is that we've actually taken a position for GBP USD in the sense that we've asked our, we've programmed our trade or the market to, we've taken a buy order telling the market that if this market gets to this point, if I'm in profit, whether I'm in profit, but once the market approaches this point, that means definitely I'm in profit. That's why it's called take profit. So you're telling the market to take the profit, stop the trade. All right. Now you're also telling the market if the market gets to, that's the nested condition. You're telling the market if the market gets to this point, which we imputed, the market should stop, the trade should stop, then it should kick you out in that loss because you are contented with whatever you are going to be losing at this point. So, Ruben, if you are up, please let us know. If you've done it, let us know.
Yeah, I've done it.
All right, excellent. Now, remember, for this trade, we use a lot size of 1.0. So, let me do the calculation. Let's see what I actually meant. Holding this to our, ouch. So, still keeping this in mind, 10 pips equal to $1. So I want to do that calculation. Let's see. 10 pips makes $1. This actually means that if you come here on our target, there is a number here for currency for us to see. That number is 9.4. So you come here. I want to still use this guy. So TP calculation, we have 9.4 as lots. Then remember we were using a lot size of 1.0. Is that okay? That was our lot size.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. So for us to get the calculation right, I want us to follow this approach now. I want us to follow this approach. This is now the formula you're going to be using. Let's not follow that single route. All right. So this is it. 9.4. This is our TP. 9.4 times 1.0 times 10. This is the simple formula we are going to be using to find your profit in dollars. So you're actually telling them this is 9.4 as my peak value, 9.4 times 10 times 1.0. So you use this to calculate. Let's find what we have. So using our calculator, so this is the formula you'll be using. Because if I want to follow these other routes, where we stick to the left hand side, you might get it confused. Let's just use this approach. Once your lot size is determined, to find your actual amount when the trade ends, what you do is 9. Can you see my calculator? 9.4 times 1.0 times 10. So that means at the end of this trade, you should make $94. At the close of this trade, you should make $94. That's what it means. Now let's see how much you are supposed to lose at the end of this trade. Now at the end of this trade, we're having 6.8. This is the amount in the middle. 6.8, the same approach, times your lot size 1.0 times 10. So at the close of this trade, you should lose $68. At the close of this trade, you should lose $68 plus your spread charge. It should be up to $70. I don't know if you are understanding. So approximately the amount you should lose in this trade should be $68 in value. Now at the close of this trade, the amount you should make approximately should be $94. I don't know if I'm making sense. Hello?
Just take it again one more time.
One more time. Okay. For you to do your calculation right, provided this formula is correct, 10 pips equal to $1. Stick to this number in the middle. All right. This is 9.4 is the value times we have We have our lot size was 1.0, remember? Okay, times 10. Remember the 10 is constant. This gives us $94. That means our expected profit at the close of this trade should be $94 because we have 9.4 pips. I don't know if you get. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
I understand.
okay. All right. So now, if we want to check for the loss too, how much are we expected to lose? This is 6.8. Remember this middle value from your trading view on currency, 6.8. You do 6.8 times 1.0, which is your lot size, times 10. That's $68. Can you find it? So the math
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah.
very simple. Is this one seem easy to understand? So at the end of this trade, Ruben should be able to lose, or Emma. As I when we enter though, your entry position is different from Ruben's entry position. Ruben entered the trade late, so it's not going to be the same value. So this is it. At the end of this trade, we should make $94 or we should lose $68. So it's as simple as it is. This is a 1 is to 1.3. It's RRR. So that's it. So before the class ends, this trade should end, or probably by morning, you should find it. So just leave the settings there. You'll find the profits. Okay. So Mr. Ruben, I don't know if you understand us to that point.
We
Right.
are already on. Yeah, I think we are already on profit.
Yeah. It's just starting, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I understand. But I
okay,
have
you
a question
understand.
here.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem. Emma, how
So
about
this
you? You
10.
understand, right?
Can I ask a question? Okay,
Yes, please ask a question, yeah.
you said this 10 at the last year is constant.
Exactly.
Meaning that any lot size we choose, you're still using 10.
Exactly, yes.
I
10 is what
understand. I
you.
understand.
Yes. Now, the next part of the calculation is how do you determine your risk? Because from what you are doing here, you only understand what you are going to make and what you're going to lose. So, okay, Mine is still on the call. We have 5 persons. Let's see. Kindness is on the call. Okay, Kindness, welcome. I didn't even notice. Sorry, Kindness. I didn't acknowledge your presence. Sorry about that. So, back to this again. Back to what we have here. I don't know, Kindness. Were you following us? Were you with us? Or are you with us? Let me see. Kindness dropped a message. All right, please speak here. Speak, please. Okay. So, Kindness, your hand is up. Can you speak? Okay. So, Kindness is silent at the moment. Okay, let's keep going. All right. So, this is the phase one of the calculation. Now, the phase two of the calculation is how do I determine the lot size to use for a particular trade? All right. So, let's do the reverse now. Assuming that our lot size 1.0 is not known, 1.0 is not known, and we want to find the amount to risk. Let's say for this trade, I want to risk $50 for this trade. So, how do we go about it? It's very simple. The lot size for losing is the expected lot size for your loss SL here for after carrying out your analysis is 6.8. You get this is the amount in pip, the expected amount 6.8. So how do you go about it? It's simple. You simply do ouch. Let's come back here. You simply do 6.8 times, I don't know if you get. 6.8 times 10, that's 68. So if we have 68 and I want to risk $50, how do I do it? I simply say $50 divided by 68, 0.74 approximately. So I'm supposed to use the lot size 0.74 for this very trade. And this is what a micro lot size. Can you find that interesting? Can we all find this 0.7 lot size? All right. So is there any question? If I want to risk $50, the amount will be 0.74.
Please come again. Come again.
Okay, it's just simple.
Please come again. My system, I wasn't. It wasn't flowing. I didn't see the video. How you calculated it.
All right, no problem. So assuming Mr. Prince wants to place a trade with a risk of $50, this same trade, we are having 6.8 as our peak value. So this is a 6.8 times 10 gives us 68, right? So I want to risk $50. How do I go about it? I'll simply say $50 divided by 68. It's very simple. That means this is the exact log size you're supposed to use for that trade, 0.74. Now, at the close of this trade, you are supposed to lose maximum of $50 or less, 0.73 or 0.74. You are supposed to lose 0.7 and $50. That's what it actually means. So let me give an instance. Okay, let's assume you want to risk $10 for this trade. So what's gonna be your lot size? This is how you do your risk management properly. You want to do the calculation. This is risk management calculation. So if I intend to take this trade and I'm risking $10 for this trade, I want to lose the max of $10. How do I go about it? It's simple. 10 divided by the same 68 divided by 68. Remember to multiply this value by 10 first. So you are supposed to use 0.14, still micro lots. So 0.14 or 0.15 if you round it up, 0.14 as your lot size, or zero point 0.1 at worst case scenario to lose $10. So if you are using zero point 0.1 at the close of this trade, you'll be losing the max of $10. Let's still assume I want to lose $5. So this will be 5 divided by 68. It's just a very simple arithmetic. So this is it, 0.07. Can you find that? So that's it. So if you watch your trade now, well, you should be in loss. So at the end of this trade, at this point, you cannot lose more than 68. It's until this trade gets here, you get an equivalent of 68 to 70 for your loss. So you are sticking to your risk as proposed. So this is a practical analytics of the risk management or the calculation. Do we understand the calculation now? Do we now understand the calculation combining everything with lot size? Kindness, please speak. Yes. Kindness, if you want to speak, please speak. The floor is yours. Ruben, Emma, Princita, do we understand the calculation now?
Yes, 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 I do. I understand.
Okay, so it's clearer now. We can do our assignment.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go to today's class. We've taken almost an hour to explain that. So today we'll be looking at, let me share my screen. So leave the trade running. All right. So today we'll be looking at market analysis. So we are introducing you to FA properly. But before then, let's look at what is an analysis. All right. What is, when you say to analyze something, to analyze, what does it mean to analyze? It's very simple. Analyze means to break down. Let me leave that trade up. Um, okay. Let's go to so that you not be distracted now, because I know now you've executed this one, your eyes will be on that demo account now. All of your eyes will be inside. See, this is what we wanted to take. It's already pushing us into profit up to this point. GBP AUD. All right, so let me clear this. Let's clear this guy. All right. So, what do we mean by analysis? The word analysis is a top-down breakdown. It's okay. Let's not use in terms of forex. When you hear of analysis, the word analysis means to break down. Breaking down into a clearer understanding, breaking down into a simpler form, breaking down into an understandable manner. All right. So that's what analysis is. For you to analyze means for you to break down something. So when we talk about market analysis, it therefore means, so when we are talking about market analysis, this actually means to break down, to clearly break down the market to get a bias. Let me just use that explanation. So market analysis in forex is you breaking down the chart system, because this is a chart. All of what you find here are called charts. So you breaking down the chart system into resulting in a bias. All right, let me type it out, because that's, I don't think there's a definition anywhere for market analysis, but I had to coin that. So we just understand what it is. You'll be hearing of market. Have you analyzed the market? Have you analyzed the market? All right. So it is a top-down approach. Let me use that instance of breaking down the charts. So we can write it into a resulting bias. What is bias in market now? This word bias. So let me clear all of these guys. A different color. Let's stick to black. All right. So what is bias in the market? When you hear of bias, the word, oh, I actually did this guy too. Oh, it's all for, yeah. So what is bias in the market? The word bias here actually means taking a decision. Is it a buy? Is it a sell? Why they say it's bias is because if you are buying, you're actually cheating the sell order. If you are selling, you are cheating the buy order. So bias is more like to deprive another of something. You are biased. You are biased in something. You are biased in this. So market analysis here is a top-down approach of breaking down the chart into a resulting bias. It's as clear as that. So just so you understand, if I come to this market and I start doing, you see me playing on it, I play around with the market, with the chart. I'm trying to check things to and fro, look at it. What I'm doing is analyzing, just like football pundits always do. At the end of the first half, you see them sit down to analyze. What are they trying to do? They are strategically taking note of the wrongs, of the highlights, and maybe of the some decisions that were very good to the team. So what they are trying to structure is they are looking at the future, they are looking at the past, and they're looking at the present results they are getting. So that's just the analysis. So it's more like you getting a flashback at what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what is hoping to happen in the future. That's the essence of analyzing. So in forex market, there are three ways we analyze. There are three ways of analyzing. The third one is what almost everybody uses without knowing. So the first approach is called fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis. That's the first approach. We have the fundamental analysis. The second approach is called technical analysis, the TA, which you all know. Now the third one is called sentimental analysis, because there's room for sentiment. I'll explain each of them before we dwell on the fundamental analysis. So fundamental analysis is actually analyzing the market based on notable events. When you use notable occurrences, events to analyze the market, to take a decision, it's called fundamentals. Those events can be news, can be cases of war, you know, that how do they call it? Disasters, news, disasters, political affluence. You know, when a politician, a top politician, decides to influence the decision of some stock market, it influences the market too. That's fundamental analysis. So when you are deciding, when you are analyzing the market based on notable events, that's news, disasters, you know, political affluence, etc., etc. So that's what we know as fundamental analysis. You are using a particular event to determine your decision. For example, when there was a global pandemic, coronavirus, when it broke out, this affected a lot of currencies. This issue affected a lot of currencies. When the war between Russia and Ukraine started, it affected so many currencies too. Dollar was one that was seriously affected in the market. So in such cases, ouch, what did I use before? Okay. So in such cases, it is more like an event trying to give you um a particular entry offer. Sometimes you do fundamental analysis by copying another person's trade. Someone has done TA already, uploaded it somewhere. You go look am to confirm. You are taking the decision based on fundamental analysis FA. So do we understand to that point? Kindness, you've been quiet. Do we understand to that point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So back to TA. Now, what's TA? Technical analysis is, we can take down. Technical analysis is taking your decision based on, when you analyze the market, based on price action, chart systems. You know, you are using price action, what has happened in the market. So it's more like you using price actions, chart systems. Some people use indicators too to analyze technically. So all of this approach, you are using a particular tool to analyze. It's called technical analysis. So you cannot do technical analysis without the addition of tools. All right. So technical analysis is analyzing based on some tools and observing some, yeah, when you follow price action, market orders, market structure, however it is, but you're analyzing based on the movement of the market from the past to the present and to the future. So this is called technical analysis. So it's basically always interpreting candlesticks. So all of these things are candlesticks on the chart system. So if you find it from top to bottom, you can find it clearly. So this is you analyzing the market from price action. How is the market moving? How is it going? It's going up. Okay. I'm going to take a particular decision based on how it has happened, what has happened in the past. You check it, all of those stuffs. So it's more like having to analyze based on price action, the movement of the market in the chart real time. This one is not just news. You are following the market movements accordingly. I don't know if you understand that. All right. So if you do, we can also say something. If you don't, you can also say something. So the next one is sentimental analysis. Analyzing the market based on sentiment. What sentiment? Sentiment is an unsure decision. You know, you are indecisive, but just because you just feel like doing something at that moment, you can be sentimental about your decision. Sentiment, gambling, something like that, something you're not too sure of. Probability can be sentimental. So sentimental analysis is are those people that will come to you, you meet them as you join in. They'll tell you, Some will come with spiritual cases and tell you, the Lord has revealed to me that GBP will buy and sell. If you have such people in your inner circle, sometimes it works because what drives us is basically our mindset. You get, it's how positive your mindset is. It can affect your next step in life somehow. So strictly, sentimental analyzers are those ones that come with unrealistic. They do not have a proof to show. There is no proof. A proofless or a baseless analyst or analysis, yeah, when they run a baseless analysis telling you that GBP is going to buy, you ask them how, why, what is the proof that is going to happen? They'll tell you they saw it in their dream. Some will tell you, I just like the way the candles is going up. Can't you see the market is going upward? All those stuff. So those are sentimental analyzer. They do not have a proof to show you, okay, this is what I got. This is why I'm telling you that this is going to buy, this is going to sell. All right. So do we all understand that? Hello, can you see my screen? Hello, I'm back here. Sorry, I think at some point I couldn't hear myself again. Hello, yeah, I'm back. Can you see my screen? Sorry, at some point I could not hear myself. That was why. All right, so can you see my screen? Did we get the sentimental analysis right? Where did you last hear my voice? Hello, people of God. Hello.
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, so what was the last thing I said? Just for clarity.
Sentimental analysis being a baseless.
All right, okay, so great. So let's go back to what we have. Okay, GPAUD. So I was just going back to that trade we took sentimentally, so you can find it can happen, it cannot happen. So this is sentimental analysis. Those persons that will come to you and tell you, brother, GBP is going to sell. Bro, how did you know? How did you come about this fact? I was led by the spirit. This blah 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 blah, or because everybody's taking it. That's called sentimental analysis. So that drives us to the real course for our learning today, which is fundamental analysis. So we'll go to fundamental analysis immediately. So let me clear all these things. Ouch, this okay, AUD. Great. So remove all of these drawings. Let's go to fundamental analysis. So we get to see what we're talking about. All right. So welcome to day one of fundamental analysis. I hope we are able to complete this session today. So for fundamental analysis, I told us that there are some applications we need to install on our phone. Some we need to use web app for it. One of it was what I call investment investing.com. We have investing.com. We have the one I use frequently. You can write them down. Investing.com. We have Forex Factory. All right. So for this class, I'll be using the web view to explain everything. So let's go to forexfactory.com. It's the same thing with your app, so no need to worry. So we use Forex Factory. I'll also be explaining through what we call matap.net. I'll also be explaining through what we call the investing.com. All right. So this is where you gather fundamentals. So what's actually the Forex factory for? So as you can find, this is, can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So great. So this is Forex factory. What does Forex factory do? Forex factory gives you a compiled list of all the news that is happening real time in the forex market. That's the entire world. When they say foreign forex market, foreign exchange, that's globally. So it's telling you how AUD is going to be performing, if there's going to be a news that will affect it, if not going to be a news that will affect it, and all of that. All right. So this is how the forex factory looks like. If you download it on your phone, you also find news too daily. So every morning you need to come here. It is called the economic calendar. This is what we call it. Every morning before you start trading, after your prayers, you need to look at the economic calendar, see what the market holds, see if there is going to be a news that will impact greatly the technical analysis before you move on. It's very essential. All right. So I'm going to mention, I'll use this first to start, then I'll move on to matter. I'll conclude with investing. Then I'll still go back to the trading view. Then I'll show you how we gather fundamentals too from the trading view. So, like I said, this is you analyzing the market based on news. Remember, you are using news to analyze the market. You are trying to take decision based on what the news is saying. Okay. So note this: there are two or three types of news. We have the high impact news. On Forex Factory is colored with red. Abi there are four news here. So it's always colored with this red, deep reddish as it is. It's very red. That means the news is high impact. So for that news to affect the Forex trading, it needs to be high impact news. So anytime you come to Forex Factory, you need to look out for the red colors. How many high impact news do I have today and at what time? You can see the timing. This timing is directly sync with the Nigerian time zone, Lagos time zone. So you don't need to configure anything. If it's 8:30 a.m., that means 8:30 a.m. it's happening. All right. If it's 9:30 a.m., that means 9:30 a.m. it's happening exactly. So you need to watch out for it. So we are going to see a practical and how this news was able to impact the market as at that point. So this is for today, 8:15 a.m. on Euros, or before then, the four types of news we have. This is the reddish one, which you look out for, high impact news. All right. Then for these ones, it's called low impact. Those are news, they're actually happening. Something is about to come out as at that time, but it's low. That means it's not sufficient enough to affect trading at that point. All right. Then the next one we have is the medium impact. Medium impact. So there is a fourth one. Let me find. It's always for almost red, but it's not red. It's not reddish red. But those are the three basic ones. So as you can see for today, online now, 12 high impact news, blah 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 blah. So let's go back to it. Alright, so if I remember, I'll just flash back on the fourth one. So this is it. As you can find, once you come here, you can see the dates. Today is Thursday, but I want to see the news for tomorrow. These are all the news we have for tomorrow. All right. So this is JPY. There's a news in Japan. BOJ government Oeda speaks. So he's going to be speaking, and all these talks the politicians are giving are financial talks. All right. So there's how someone breaks a news, and that news is more like, okay, let me use an instance. If you want to talk of a news that affected Naira, I can give an instance. When Tinubu came in and said they should remove subsidy, instantly that news, it didn't take up to 10 minutes. That news affected Naira's influence in Nigeria. Am I lying? So that's the power of news. So the president came out on that day and announced that there is a removal of subsidy. And ever since then, for the past 4 to 6 months, we've been struggling to catch up ever since subsidy was removed. That is a very high impact news at its peak. Now, things like this happen frequently in other nations, where the president, the prime minister of the country can come up after having acquiescence with his cabinet members. They can come up and tell you that so policy has been reviewed, and instantly it affects the market. All right. So I'm just giving you an instance of high impact news, like what happened to Naira. Tinubu declaring publicly that fuel subsidy is removed. That was high impact. Instantly, it affected the market greatly. All right. So when you come to the market every day, look out for high impact news. How impactful is the news gonna affect your trading experience for the day? So you look out for it, take note of it. If you can avoid those pairs, if you can't, still go on with those pairs, but you need to be careful at that time. It's either you are not trading it, it's either you are trading it. So for fundamental traders, what they do is they only trade when there is a news breakout. So they're always trading, their trading is dependent on one of these factors, the high impact news. They trade only when there is a news. All right. So I'll tell you four powerful news we have. I'll be three powerful news we have that happens. The first one is what we call let me not arrange them in order. We have CPIs. CPI is called Consumer Price Index. All right. So this happens on dollars almost every week. There is always a news to give CPI. So CPI is a highly impacted news that affects the market very, very well. So the next one we look out for is the one most people feel they can trade. Let's go to I want to show something. All right. So this September 6th, every first Friday, this news breaks out. This is it. So on every first Friday of the month, this happens once a month. So the United States always come together to check the gap between employment rate and unemployment rate. So this is how organized their government is. So every first Friday of the month, they run an analysis of how employment has been within the nation and how unemployment has been. So this is always called non-farm payroll, NFP. It happens every first Friday of the month. This is the highest news in the market, the highest. All right. And when this news is released, it's always very impactful. People lose tons of money, people make tons of money. All right. The day I tried trading it, I've traded it just twice. First time I lost almost a lot. And when it happens like that, there's always room for slippage. So the second time I tried, I make a little profit. I didn't stay long. I left. So that was just it. So high impact news one, we have CPI, we have NFP. It's a very high impactful news. So let's go back to we are in August. I think today is 22nd. So let's go back to today. All right. So back to this 2023. Sorry. So it's 22nd. Yeah. So I don't want 2023. Sorry. What have I done? All right. Okay. So this is all the news. I'm trying to create a range. So today is Thursday, 15th. Okay, August. Uh, okay, this is it. This is where we are. So today's date, Thursday. So these are the news for today. I want us to run a check on what happened today and see the reaction. I'm coming to all this numbering. All right. Can you still see my screen? Jitsi kicked me out again. Edit. Can I? Okay, yeah, I'm still in the class. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
All right. So Ruben and Emma, just to be sure we are still together.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right. Okay. Hope we are following. I'm not overloading us yet. I want to take it step by step till we get there. So, where is our forest factory? Okay. So this is it. Let's check. This happened 2:45 p.m. This was a high impact news on dollar. So wherever we find dollar, let's see how this market influenced dollar at a lower time frame. So let's go to dollar. Any dollar pair we have, let's say GBP USD. All right. So that trade has ended. Please check what's your proportional, what's the final stake. Please check how much was lost. Was it more than $70? Please check, please check, please check your MT4. GBP USD trade has ended. So what was your final loss? For you to find that, you need to, for you to be able to check it, because you won't find it, you would actually have to, um, let me see, MT4. You actually go to history, click on history, then you find it under history. You have charts, you have trade. It's not going to be on trade again. You won't find it on trade. Where you find it is history. So go to history and you find it. So let's see how much was lost. Right. So why I said this is sentimental is that this is a downtrend. This market is selling downwards. But we actually prefer to buy at this point without some considerations. So this was a sentimental buy as we took. If you can see, this is a mark here. So let's go. Can we check? Can we check? I want to be sure that you understand and you are convinced that the calculation works. Hello, Emmy, Prince.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Prince Ita. Can you check here?
Yeah, I see them 75 plus.
$75, right? That's dollars. That's not pips, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, $75.
You know why yours is
$75.
75? Because you initiated the trade late. All right. You didn't join us when.
No, actually, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
I entered before.
That's why yours is more, yeah.
Yours,
So Emma, how about you?
I initiated it too.
Late. Okay. So how many is
Yeah,
yours? How many is yours?
still counting 78.
78.
Yeah,
No, you shouldn't count again now. That means you didn't impute the stop loss. Check well. You did not enter the stop loss. It's supposed to kick you out now. So Emma Ekanem, how about you?
I said 75. 75.
Okay, you is 75. All right. Then Ruben.
Yeah,
Ruben should be more.
$64. $64.
64 for yours.
Yes.
All right, that's fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so you can find the differences now. Why is this way is because probably when Ruben initiated, this is it. If you are doing your calculation, if you say this is where you want to take your entry at that point. So probably when we initiated, the market was at this point when you initiated or thereabout. But you can see the margin 68 to 75 is very accurate. Just a little addition based on your entry and their spread value too is what they took. So that's your first trade. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the class. I think I've been able to do justice to that. So let's go back to the class. Okay, wanted to look at USD as at 2:45 p.m. today. there was a high impacted news on USD. So if you come here, 2:45 p.m. Let's find it. Let me clear all of this on USD. Let me remove all 10 plus 1. Okay. So this 6. So let's see 2. I hope it gives us 2. Today is Thursday. So let's look for Thursday, 2:45 p.m. So 2 o'clock, 2:45. So this is it. Let me use the beep to indicate 2:45. So something happened at this point. So let's see what happened on dollar. Let's see how the price moved. This is 2:43. So let's see the action that was initiated. Let's go back to Forex Factory. So 2:45 p.m. Okay, so this 3:45 of our time zone now. So let's see 345. Let's see. I want to just show you the high impact. Okay, so 2:45 is correct. Let's go to 1 minute of this time. What I'm doing now, I'm back testing. All right, it's called back testing. Going backward, when I'm moving backward to check or to gather information, it's called back testing. Okay, so something happened. Let's see. At that 2:45 p.m. This is the market. Nothing here. Nothing happened here. 3:45. This is 3 o'clock. 3:45 to nothing really happened. So the news was not as impactful as it is on GBP. Maybe another pair it probably would have been. Let's see. So like I said, those three news I mentioned, CPI, NFP, and let's see, AUD 3:45 p.m. Let's see for the news traders. This time the eye they open. Okay, so this is the had effects on the effect was felt on AUD. So you can see the candle structure as at this point when the news broke out. This was the candles cumulated. You can see these candles are longer than as at this 3:45 p.m. because this is the time frame for the news. Let's see, 2:45, 2:45, almost 3 here. So you can see the candles here. Consecutively, we are having an engulfing candle. We'll come to candlesticks. So this is it, covering all of this guy and this guy. So it was faster. The market movement at this point is faster just because of the news. Don't worry, tomorrow, let's see what time do we have. Um, let's see tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow JPY. This is a strong news too. Tentative. So you can see tentative. So this news is does not have a time that's gonna occur, right? But it's most likely within this time, 12:30 and 5 a.m. of our time. Let's see something else. USD 3 o'clock. This is a powerful news. Remember that video I shared on the group chat, that small meme, where someone was reading a news, one was cashing out, and the other was selling his stuff or looking poor. That's just the interpretation. Anytime Powell speaks, it commands the markets too. All right. So he's a Fed chair in the US. So in each time he comes out to give an update on finance. All right. So each time he speaks, it affects the market very highly. So tomorrow 3 p.m., if you'll be active, just log into your trading view. Pick any AUD US, I'll be up so I can share. I pray I'm seated at that moment. I'll just share a screenshot of how it happened so you can see it real time. So that's what you need to know about the news. There are some Asian news too that breaks sometimes that is always very impactful too. Powell's speech. Anytime you see Powell speaking, the news is always impactful, very high impact news. So you have CPI, you have NFPs. Sometimes you have PMI. This PMI too are strong news. All right, so you have to take note of it. OMC meeting minutes. This is not too impactful, but sometimes it is. So you have to take note of all of those. Now that takes us to this value you have here. This is on card. Remember the currency symbol. This Canadian dollar. So if you come here, you find some values. Sometimes it's red, it's reddish, showing a drop, a weakness. So you look at it, sometimes everything here is green, showing strength in that value. So you have to take note of all of those things. People look at these values too for the fundamental traders. They check it out. I'm not a fundamental trader, however, but I'll just give you a guide in case you want to do fundamentals. So this is it. All of these points, people take note of it, take note of it. As it's showing red here on the actual price, that means there's a deficit on euros. Euros is going to be weak. So you take your bias, taking note of the base currency. If euro is a base currency, that means you are supposed to sell it because there's going to be weakness. If it's a quote currency, you are supposed to buy it. Abi? Yes, you are supposed to buy it because it's going to be weak as well. So that's what you need to take note. We'll do a practical class maybe next time to see to that. So that's point one. Second thing, we'll leave Forex Factory. We'll go to investing.com. Investing.com is almost the same thing with Forex Factory. It's the same thing with Forex Factory, just that sometimes this one returns quarterly expectations. What are you expecting a particular index to be doing? When it is quarter, the indices, the futures, it goes as far as that, and it shows you the highs, the lows, the change percentage, and other stuff. So it's still the same news stuff that is being used. You can navigate across all pairs if you want, like you can find here. So these are highly impactful news, most times based on influence for investing.com. It shows you the investment rate in a particular stock or index. All right. Or there are some contracts stocks the US have. This S&P 500 is a contract based index or stock. It's traded quarterly. All right. The US uses it as a boost to their economy somehow at interval. So it's traded quarterly. Even Dow Jones too, Nasdaq, one, two, three, all of these are stocks. S&P 500 VIX. So it's traded by the whales quarterly. So they do it. You can find it. It shows the investment. How many people have invested in it, this and that in the contracts, and how is it profiting. Investing.com shows you all of that. While Forex Factory will show you specifically for currency pairs. How is the market, the news. You can come to news here. You want to read the news further so that you can depict some key things. You come to the particular news, you click on it, it will take you here. You read the news in detail. If you want to watch Powell speak, it will take you and play the video. You'll be watching Powell speak. All right, all of the news. So this is it. We have the calendar to which was where we are. Economic calendar is what we call this. So this is markets, everything about news. It talks about brokers too. So you also know too. So you take note of it. So all of these I'm doing are called fundamental analysis. You consider a lot of factors. Some people read the news, some people watch TVs. You see some forex traders, they have a special screen for their TV, for their news channels and other stuff. So it all happens. So this is it. Now we get to the one that you rarely find people talk about, Matav.net. So Matav.net, I use this frequently for currency trading. What does Matav.net do? There's what we call forex correlation. All right. There's what we call forex correlation. This also tells news, but why I use matter.net is that it shows me a correlation table. All right. Hello, can you still hear me?
Yes, you can, right?
Very well.
All right. So why I stick to matter.net is that matter.net shows me a correlation table. What is correlation? A is equal to B. It therefore means that A has a resemblance with B. So what is happening in A can still be happening in B. So you just take note of. So sometimes when I've done an analysis on maybe technical analysis on GBP AUD and I don't want to stack positions, that means I don't want to open GBP AUD 5 to 10 times, but I want to take another trade too based on the profit and the speed, the volatility that market has. I come to matab.net, you can see daily, 4 hours, hourly, 15 minutes and 5 minutes. When we start analyzing, we use these two. You and I will be using this too often, all right, to predict or to analyze, to take a bias. So this is daily, 4 hours, hourly, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. So if I want to make my entry based on the 15 minutes candle, all right, I can come to GBP USD on 15 minutes. That's currently real time now. This table updates. I'll check the correlation between, let's say GBP AUD has 83. That means between GBP USD and Euro USD, there is 83 chances that the charts will have a resemblance. What is happening in GBP USD happens in Euro USD as at that time. So this is what correlation tells you about. This is the table. It's a fundamental analysis too. All right. So I is trying to tell you that okay, if I'm taking a trade on GBP USD, if it's buying, Euro USD is buying too. And if you look at the chart system, it has a resemblance. Let's see it. This is 15 minutes time frame. So I'm going to run a comparison now. GBP USD and Euro USD so that we can see for ourselves. All right. So GBP USD. So let's go to our chart system. So GBP USD, this is it. Then we have this GBP USD. I go to 15 minutes. I'm on my 15 minutes time frame now. So look at the charts. Let me take this guy out. So this is the chart system, GBP USD. This is how it looks. All right. Let me run comparison now. Okay, let's leave this guy. We'll come to this guy. So um let me see. I think yeah, I need to compare with Euro USD. Let me do this way. I hope you still get it. So that's the two charts now. This is for Euro USD. This is for GBP USD. Now look at the current position. Let me change this to a normal chart system. Look at the 15 minutes order now. This is Euro USD and GBP USD. This is Euro USD. Can you see a resemblance in the structure from here? 15 minutes time frame from here. That means in the next 15 to
Sure.
20 minutes, what is happening here will happen here. That's what correlation tells you. And for correlation to work, for this correlation to work, it is the numbering you have here that is calibrated should be from 75 and above for it to happen. So if the number here is 75 or 80, let's just use 80. If it's 80, therefore means that 100% there's a resemblance. This is 95. Let's look at the one that is 95 on 15 minutes time frame. NZD USD and Euro USD again. So let's check it. This is 95% accurate. So let's see that. So NZD, we have Euro USD already. So let's see NZD USD. You can see it. This is it. Let me separate it so you find. This is how it looks. Look at this long fall here that happened here. Look at it. It also occurred in Euro USD. This is it again. Went up, came back. The same swing. get this formation, dropped again, followed it back, drop again, and it's dropping again. So this is faster, this is slower. So there's a 95% reoccurrence. Look at this. This happened here. Look at this. It happened here too. I don't know if you are seeing it. So this is Euro USD, this is NZD USD. It occurred here. This sharp, let me use chart. This sharp guy occurred here. It happened here. The same way it occurred from this point to this point for the past 15 minutes or past 1 hour. This market has been behaving similar. They are acting like twin. So if I'm making profit here at the same time with my MATAF, I can also be making profit in the other side too. I don't know if you understand. There are some 98 here. If you come here, NZD, this one is 98, NZD USD and AUD USD. This is it, 98. You can see the blue tick. They have the same. This one is 99. AUD card and AUD USD. Let's check that. So what I'm showing you is called correlation. AUD card. Correlation should be a topic on its own, but let's just brush it up so you get with matter. So this is positive. Now when it's negative, minus 96, it therefore means is directly the opposite. Is directly the opposite. Like this one that's minus 90. That means if AUD card is buying, this guy is automatically selling Euro AUD. But let's look at AUD card and where's AUD card? This 99 and AUD USD. Let's look at it. Let's see. AUD card. So let's find it. So let's open the charts for AUD card. Now this guy, let me take this guy out. All right. So AUD card and AUD USD, right? So these ones are 99% accurate. So let's see if that works. If you can see my screen, let's see the accuracy in it. Sorry, let me expand this guy. Change this guy to. All right. So this is it. These are the two pairs. I'm trying to keep them differently here. So these are the two pairs. You can see the behavior. 99% accurate. This is it from here self. In fact, from here or from here, this has been consolidating. We'll go to all those things. We went up, came down, the same approach. This is this point, this is this point. The exact same spot as it happening is what is happening the same way. Significantly. So this is it coming down, broke this guy, came down. This is a long swing down, and the same thing coming back and currently where we are. So this is 99% accurate. That's from mataf.net. All right. So if you want to check it hourly, the hour candle, you want to see what's happening in 1 hour candle, you come here, you set it to 1 hour, and you observe it too. If you want to trade 5 minutes, you check it, you find the ones that are similar. So that's what mataf does. Let's see the one that is directly opposite. This is we are on 1 hour now. So we have 94% here. Euro, this is Euro AUD, Euro AUD, right? Let me write down Euros AUD and AUD chef. All right. Oftentimes, people come here and they use it as their trading whatsoever. So let's go to Euro. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Okay.
That's loud and clear.
All right. So Euro AUD. This is it. Let's go to Euro AUD. AUD chef. All right. So this is it. Let me change this to chart so you find it clear. So direct opposite is what you are getting. Like I said, this is it. You see this guy went up, this guy is going down. He did M formation here. Here is giving you W formation. The same way it's going. So that's what Mataf can do for you. Aside the news, Mataf is also used for news too. It's a news checker, but Mataf supports you with all of this. Now it's giving you almost a bat symbol. So this guy is about to go up while this one is coming down. If you check the current candle, this 1 hour. So it's the direct opposite of whatever is happening. That's what matter.net does for you. All right. So back to our charts. I don't know. Are you enjoying the session or? Oh, I have a meeting now. It's 9 o'clock. Ah, so are we enjoying the session already? Hello. Are we
Yes, sir.
yeah? All right. So
Thank you, sir.
I have a
All
meeting
right.
now. But let me just show you something brief before we end. The assignment for last class will still stick again. So when I'm coming next class, I'll just finalize this for that's for fundamentals. Then we'll dive into the trading view properly. Let's look at the trading view. So this is it. Once you want to execute a trade and you've analyzed, this is another place you get your fundamentals from. This guy, people use indicators. Indicator is a technical analysis. You get to that. But some people come here. TradingView has a community. All right. TradingView has a community where people drop their analysis. So some people are profitable coming to here. They have a particular people they follow. Let me just share this with you. It's going to make you lazy, but it's good you know. Sometimes I use it to confirm my technicals too. Because if I find it very rapidly used, that's it. I get it there. So this is it. If you come to ideas, what you just need to do is click on this guy. This stuff is called watch list. When we go to trading view, you understand. I'll explain all. So if you click on this guy, here, you find the pair here. Just click on it or handle. So that's where led me to this point. Come to ideas. You have technicals. People show technicals. They are going to show you oscillator. I'll talk on how to use all of this. Then you come to ideas. Now, for these ideas, people are going to drop what they feel. They do it very often. There are some people that come here and follow a particular foreign trader and they use their signal secretly. They'll carry it and come and be selling for you guys to buy. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So as you can see, this guy is a technical analyzer, Big Ben, while this one is technical too, but it's using more of indicator. We'll talk about indicators and why it's not trusted to be used. Indicators are bots. So this is the currency on Euro UAD. So this guy is predicting a buy move. And if you click on it, it's a 4 hour analyst. It's analyzing on a 4 hour candle. So he will tell you when you pick your entry and when you take your TP. So we'll look at this properly next class. Then we'll see how we can progress. All right. So thank you very much for your time. Any question, drop it on the group chat. Let me quickly join another meeting now. I'll share the recordings with us. Kindness, I think we'll need to have a class. It's kindness help us out so that I can review all of this. So at your now you have a demo account. Just be picking making random entries for trade. Just take entries, try to find a stop loss and a take profit. Practice with the MT4. Next class we'll look at trading tools properly. So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Good night and bye.
Thank you,
Nice, sir.
sir.
Thank you very much, sir.